What do you think we're going to be talking about today? Based off of that video, what do you think?
Why does the author write it?
Why does the author write something? How could we shorten it to maybe 2 words? Grace?
The author's purpose.
The author's purpose. That's going to be our big theme for the day, okay? So, if we look here at our little pie chart, you see my pie pieces? Okay, author's purpose. That's the whole reason an author would write a story. Okay? You guys read lots of different stories, right? And even I know Mira's, you probably read some that are for different reasons. Okay?
Yes.
But the author's purpose is the reason they write something. Okay? So what are the 3 reasons that an author could write something? Only Grace and Giselle know? It's on the team.
Yeah.
Luna, can you name one of them for me? To entertain. Jose Jorge, what's another one? To inform. And Juanito, what's the third one? Persuade. Sophia, I want you to pick one and tell me what it means. To entertain. It means the author wants you to enjoy it, right? He wants you to have some fun while you're reading, right? I know you guys some of you like to read the Dogman books. Those, the purpose for that, Omni, is to entertain you, okay? Ayeli, pick persuade or inform and tell me why you do it. Okay, inform. What would be the point of that?
To give you information.
To give you information, okay? Gio, can you tell me about persuade? Why would an author write to persuade? Yeah, the author has an opinion and they want you to have that opinion too, right? So if I were to persuade you that reading is good, I'd write a whole thing about how reading was good and I'd tell you all the different reasons, okay? So what we're going to do from here is we're going to find one page and together we're going to focus on finding the author's purpose. And then you guys get to fill out a little graphic organizer about the whole story, the whole point of writing the story. Okay? So here's how we're going to get set up for this. You need to go to page 278 in your book. Should be this page right here, 278. And then I want your story folder on page 5, covering the other side. Page 5 in your story folder. Story folder. Now you use the right page in your book. Yep, page 5. So, will you go walk around and make sure everybody has it set up so you have it set up? Okay. Jose Jorge is going to make sure that you guys are all there. Your job is to make sure you can read and you can learn this. Okay? So that means you're sitting and you're ready to follow. Your eyes are on the speaker. You're being respectful to your classmates who want to learn, to me as I try to teach. You're being responsible of your own learning, just like we talked about earlier with math, right? Same thing goes for reading, okay? So let's reread this page and then we'll start talking about how we can answer these questions, okay? So I want your fingers on the page. Fingers so you can trap. Thank you, Valeria. Thank you, Adon. It says, we take a ferry to Liberty Island. That's the boat that they take. We meet Ranger Alicia at the flagpole. She teaches visitors about the monument. The Statue of Liberty was a gift from France to the United States, she tells us. It was a symbol of friendship. Workers in France spent 9 years building it. A gift? Asked Allie. How could you wrap a present that big? Ranger Alicia says workers took the statue apart and put it into 214 boxes. A ship carried the boxes to New York in 1885. We walked to the front of the Statue of Liberty. The statue sits on a huge base. Ranger Alicia calls it a pedestal. So let's think about this for a minute. Why would the author want to write this to you? What would be the whole point of writing this page? Talk to your group. What is the point of writing this page?
To educate about how they
I'm hearing things about to inform. To inform us about what?
To inform us about the Statue of Liberty.
Okay, give me 5. Okay, would we all agree that this is to inform us?
Yes.
Okay. What is it informing us about, though? Giselle?
It's informing us how they took like that the France gave it to the United States and how they that was a gift of how they took it to New York.
Okay, so I like what Giselle said. Who can shorten what Giselle said? Who can shorten it? Ayeli, think you can? Go for it.
To inform us what it stands for.
To inform us what it stands for?
Yeah.
I don't think that's what it was talking about on this. Well, I guess it was a little, yeah. Jose Jorge, what were you thinking? Yeah, that was a good detail, right? It told us about how many boxes it took. Gio, last thing. Yeah, okay. So it's going to be to inform us about the Statue of Liberty. Maybe a detail about that is how many boxes it took to ship over. That's information, right? What it stands for is information. So for number 1, you're writing to inform us about the Statue of Liberty. Is that what we want to write?
Yeah.
Okay. Write this down in story folder, page 5 for number 1. To inform us about
Ramon, is there any way we can change the alarms on that? It seems to be going off about every 10, 15 minutes.
I don't know.
Yep, to inform us about the Statue of Liberty. You need it written down for number 1.
There's 2 bells.
Oh. I don't know how I did that. Thanks for catching me that. There you go. No double done.
There you go, got fewer words to write. What's today's 2?
We're all ready to sing it. checking in. 1, need another minute. 0, I'm done.
0.
Okay, those who need another minute, you got about 45 seconds.
45. Yeah, 45.
Okay, let's move to number 2. It says, why do you think the author gives Ranger Alicia words to say? Because if we look in our text, do you see the little quotes?
No.
Lincoln sees them.
Oh, yeah.
Do you see the quotes? That's where Ranger Alicia was talking, right? And she was telling us some things. So I want you to talk with your group. Why would the author give Ranger Alicia words to say? Why do you think she's the one who said it? Talk with your group. So why do we think the author told Ranger Alicia what to say? Just because the author said it's just what the author is doing. Do you think they're giving more detail? What are we thinking? Why do we think the author made Ranger Alicia say it? Right? Is there more than just the author did?
That's what I said.
The author wanted to tell us.
Might you go back to the reading?
Okay, that needs to be in your math. We can tape it later, okay? Okay, I need 8 hands. Why do you think the author told Ranger Alicia what to say? I need 8 hands. I only have 4 hands. Okay, Felix, why do you think?
To inform us.
To inform us, okay. What else could we add on to that? Luna? Hold on, Luna. You have people being rude to you, and I would like you to have the respectful word before you talk, okay?
To inform us about. To inform us about what the story's about.
Okay, what are the words that she's saying? You're right on informing us, but what are the words giving us?
She's giving.
Jose Jorge? Hold on, Jose Jorge. There's
Who is
again,
it?
he's
Is it the
being
same
rude.
person?
That one I think was off. But Gio has been annoyed. Go ahead. Okay, was it telling us information maybe?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's informing us and her words are giving us information. So for number two, we're writing, it's to inform us and the words give us information, okay?
She's writing, you're writing.
That's not even a single question.
that watch needs to go into our backpack because it's just becoming distracting to you, and now we've got Isaac trying to help with it. I can message Mom and see if she can help you figure out the alarm. Would that be helpful? Or me, because that works too.
I noticed you have me drawing and not writing. I need you writing and not drawing in your book. Does that mean you're not going to use the tool we're doing? Okay. Thank you. Still have a lot to do. Still got 15 minutes before lunch. Okay, as you finish writing number 2, we're going to talk about question number 3, okay? We're not going to write for number 3, we're just going to talk about it, okay? So number 3 asks, how does knowing the author's purpose help you to understand the text? So first of all, what was the author's purpose? You can blurt it out. What's the author's purpose? Okay. It's to inform. So how does knowing that this is to inform us, how does that help us understand?
It helps.
Anybody other than Giselle and Luna, how can this help us understand? Annette?
Help us understand by the picture. And the words.
Okay. What else could it maybe mean, Isaac? It's informing us. How does knowing that we're trying to be informed help us understand what we're reading? Okay. So if you're being informed, you're being given information, right? If you're being given information, what should you do with it? You should
Use it.
learn it, use it, learn it, right? So if we're being informed, we're trying to learn information, right? You're not just reading this story and not going to learn anything about the Statue of Liberty, right?
Yeah.
You're going to learn about it, okay? So, your assignment.
What do you mean assignment? Yeah.
I mean the assignment that you have.
Assignment? We are.
So,
Omni, sit down. Good grief. No, that's not funny.
you're going to use this. It's a plate. You're going to talk about pie.
That's a Pokemon.
Wait, it's literally a plate that's split into sections.
It looks like a Pokemon.
It does kind of look like a Pokemon. But here's the deal. This is about author's purpose pie. So I'll show you our little anchor chart again, right?
Keep it up there.
Because this showed us our author's purpose. You are putting the title of this story. You don't remember? That's at the very beginning of your book, of this story. In the section, this middle section, this circle, Felix, you with me? This middle circle, you're putting the author's purpose is. We're talking about the whole story in this page, okay? So what is the author's purpose of the whole story? Then you get to go into the book and find 3 pieces of evidence or 3 details that confirm what you think. Okay?
Get very good.
Guess what? You already know the author's purpose. So, what's the first thing that goes on top of your page?
Your name.
Good. You have about 10 minutes